Howdy, folks. Buck Jacuzzi here, and the Jets are hissing like Trump at a women's march. 'Cause Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer just pulled off the pettiest, coldest, most deliciously disrespectful political move I've seen in a long time. And she did it right to Trump's face, in front of the troops, the cameras, and a whole bunch of confused Secret Service agents. She got invited to speak at a National Guard event and managed to thank literally everyone except Donald Trump. No name, no title, no Mr. President, just vibes, grit and a handshake colder than a February toilet seat in the UP. Now I know what some folks are thinking, but Buck, ain't she the same woman who just hugged Trump on the tarmac like they was prom dates? And yeah, that part had me squinting through the steam tube. But hold your horses, 'cause this story's got more twists than a rattlesnake in a rodeo. You see, Whitmer didn't just wander into MAGA territory on her own. This started weeks earlier when she visited Trump at the White House to talk Michigan business. Stuff like auto jobs, agriculture, and invasive fish that sound way less scary than Trump's second term, but still matter a whole lot to her state.
Gretchen Whitmer visited Washington, D.C. today, meeting with President Trump in the Oval Office alongside a few other Michigan politicians.
The governor hoping to shed some light in the nation's capital on how current policy is affecting one of the country's bellwether economies, even sitting down for a one-on-one private meeting with the president.
The volatility of the last few weeks of trade policy was a major theme in both Governor Whitmer's speech and conversation today, as well as comments made by Michigan's Director of Department of Agriculture, who was also in Washington today. Both emphasized that Michigan's auto and agricultural industries are getting hit hard by evolving trade policy, particularly the aggressive tactics used on our North American neighbors. Whitmer said multiple times that she supports the overall vision of bringing manufacturing jobs back to the U.S. and to Michigan, but argued that this is not the way to do it.
No company is going to be able to invest the hundreds of millions or billions of dollars in many cases, much less make decades-long investments, because you don't know what the rules are. And because of that, we're going to see contraction, we're going to see paralysis, and it is going to lead to job losses and higher costs for people. And so I will continue to encourage the White House to think about what the long-term strategy is.
It was supposed to be a quiet sit-down, but then Donnie sprung a trap, dragged her into the Oval Office while he gave a press conference, like a magician yanking a rabbit out the hat that doesn't want to be there. And what did Whitmer do? She straight up held a folder in front of her face to avoid the cameras, like a teen caught sneaking into a dive bar by her church group. I mean, come on. You ever see a rising presidential contender try to hide in the freaking Oval Office? Now, some folks on the left said that was enough. Said she shouldn't have gone at all. That even breathing the same air as Trump is capitulation. But listen, when you're a governor, you can't just barricade your state line and yell, "No Trump zone." You gotta play ball sometimes, even if the ball smells like self-tanner and federal indictments. Still, that brings us back to the main event. Selfridge Air National Guard Base, military ceremony. Trump flies in, spots Whitmer in the crowd, and like a raccoon who just saw a glittery object, decides to drag her up on stage. Total ambush. And suddenly, Whitmer's standing there, unplanned, unscripted, with a mic in her hand and 200 cameras pointed at her. Now here's where it gets good. She steps up and gives a speech. Calm, gracious, sincere. She thanks the troops, the state of Michigan, the recapitalization announcement, the very air she's breathing. But Donald Trump, she don't say his name, not once.
Well, I hadn't planned to speak, but I'm on behalf of all the military men and women who serve our country and serve so honorably on behalf of the state of Michigan. I am really damn happy we're here to celebrate this recapitalization at Selfridge. It's crucial for the Michigan economy. It's crucial for the men and women here, for our homeland security and our future. So thank you. I'm so grateful that this announcement was made today, and I appreciate all the work. Thank you.
Doesn't call him president, doesn't even say this administration. It's like the man vanished into thin air. even though he's standing right behind her, smiling like he just invented patriotism. That, my friends, is a tactical snub of presidential proportions, and it's the one insult Trump can't ignore. See, Donald doesn't just want your cooperation. He wants your worship. He wants a standing ovation every time he breathes. And Whitmer denied him the one thing his ego needs more than hairspray: recognition. Now, sure, they shook hands afterward. That part's true. But a handshake ain't always a compliment. Sometimes it's just Southern for bless your heart. And that's exactly what this was. A political handshake wrapped around a public middle finger. And yet, here come the think pieces. Should Whitmer have boycotted the event entirely? Is this gonna haunt her 2028 chances? One user even said she executed her campaign like a kamikaze pilot. I mean, relax. This wasn't an endorsement. It was a hostage negotiation. She showed up, did her duty, and made Trump look like the ex you pretend not to see at a wedding. And don't think for a second Trump didn't notice. That speech, that silent snub, it landed harder than Chris Christie on a trampoline. You could see it in Donnie's eyes, that twitchy little flicker of, wait, did she forget who I am? And the answer is no. She remembered. She just didn't think he was worth the breath. And maybe that's the most powerful political move of all. Not screaming, not fighting, but refusing to acknowledge. It's like political Aikido. Let the man swing and just step aside while he falls into his own empty spotlight. So, yeah, maybe the hug was awkward. Maybe the handshake looked polite. But the speech, that was the slap. And Trump, he walked away looking like a man who brought a megaphone to a whisper contest and still lost. Now, if y'all enjoyed this soak in the hot tub of political pettiness, go ahead and slap that subscribe button like Trump slaps tariffs on allies. Stay warm, stay woke, and stay soaked. I'm Buck Jacuzzi, and I'll see y'all next time in the tub.